naturopath and FX Medicine Ambassador. We are here at the 2024 NHAA Herbal Medicine Summit, and joining us is Brett O'Brien, who is a naturopath. Welcome.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Now, I hear on the grapevine that you do things a bit differently, and I would love to just chat about how clinic can be done differently.
Well, I guess we're still maintaining naturopathic philosophy. That's still a big part. So we still do nutrition, we still do herbs, we do the basics of any other clinic, but then we kind of stack on as well. So we start to look at technology, and it really came out of working with people with chronic disease, things being a little bit more complicated, needing, I guess, more fire trucks to the fire. And then how could we use something outside of the normal range to actually then, help people get over the line as far as getting through their chronic disease. And really we started looking at that mitochondrial function, how that's working, how we can get that going again, how we can get that plasticity in the body, how we can get people back to homeostasis. And we just use our equipment to get people back into that homeostatic position. And we measure it, of course, so we're always measuring the capacity of people to recover. But we're using things like hypothermia, hyperbarics, we're using pulse electromagnetic fields, we're using G-forces. So we're using other pieces of equipment that are just aiding that capacity, supporting that person back into homeostasis.
And there's some interesting tools in your toolkit compared to the average naturopathic clinic, which I think is really interesting. What really made you go outside the norm? Like, was it dealing with, cancer patients, or was there a particular problem that you kept seeing that really got you thinking outside the box?
Yeah, it was seeing cancer clients and thinking, I don't want to really deal with cancer clients, and then they just kept coming in. So we just kept going. And then when we're really looking at it is how can we get results? And then we're looking at overseas, people are traveling, Germany, Mexico, Europe, and looking for results. And then we're kind of going, well, what is it that we need to reinstill based on naturopathic philosophy? And then we started from there. It's how do we get people back into homeostasis, which is still naturopathic. That's our whole thing. So we haven't diverted from that. We're just using other tools, and then we just kind of started investigating. So first of all, we had a hyperbaric chamber, and then we just measure those results of someone before and after, measuring fluid, because we know that you put someone under pressure, interstitial fluid should start to shift. Is it true? Is it enough pressure? And it was, and we could see change. And then we've added on to that. And then from that, we've actually worked out what we call a stack. And the stack is if you put the sequence right of the equipment, then each part of the equipment enhances the next phase. And we call it a telescopic response. And so then the body's able to change that much more effectively. And I think that's, what's unique about what we do is just not the equipment. It's the capacity. What we really want to instill is that plasticity back into the client, that capacity to create change.
Incredible. And you're also embracing AI, and this is a thing that I'm fascinated with. I know we're all a little scared at the same time, but tell us how you're using AI.
Yeah, so after being in practice, over 20 years, when I first started, everyone had to come to me for the information. AI has that ability for the practitioner. What it's going to give us is the capacity to see what actually works. It's a big topic because when you start looking at it, some of the things you can do is you can design a protocol, and you can put that into a system in AI, and then people who want to use that will actually then pay for that use. So it's different. I thought of it like two-dimensionally, but the way these designers are thinking is about three-dimensionally. So all of a sudden, clients are meeting practitioners within this community who are using the technology to enhance their capacity to navigate with disease. It's really complex, but it's really simple in our case because it's an interface with our clients. It enhances what we can do based on all the other information that's coming in now that people have access to.
Well, I'm very excited to see where things go with you and your clinic.
Thank you.
And I think it'd be fantastic if you could come back next year and give us an update.
Yeah, for sure. No, not a problem. Be great. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to head to the website and check out all the incredible resources we have for you there.